Good afternoon, solar YouTubers. Here is the start of the show. Give her kissies. And you guys got kissies. It's about 3:30-ish in the afternoon. Just got off. Come home. It's been a pretty good, decent Sunday. Sunny day, let's say that. I'm maxed out here. I'm actually running that fan, that little fan, and this fan. It's off right now. But that was at 50% this morning, so that 200 watt panel is keeping that up pretty great. As for my solar, I got 286 coming in. This is maxed out pretty much. I got a couple amps to go. But the temperature is, it's a little hot. Later on today, I'm gonna mount that up a little bit higher, or just take it out of the case altogether and sit on top of the box. I'll probably do that or something, I'm not sure. Oh no, that's not hot at all. No, not that hot. Yeah, let's move it over there. Oh well, so that's about 14. That's maxed out pretty much. The refrigerator's running, but still putting this much in there. Not bad. I mean, it was down to 48 amps this morning, amp hours on that one, 48 on that one, so that'd be 148 and that'd be 48, and it's 40 amp hours. It's not bad, I guess, with only, it was 300 watts a while ago when I came home, so 300 watts is running the fridge, and I mean, that's not bad. I'm gonna have to charge this up tonight before I go to bed. Only reason I have a fan on this one is because it was it's at 38 degrees. It just kept coming on all the time. So I'm gonna hit that on high. Where am I going on that button? Then I'm gonna move that over here onto this ish. Of course, everything has to fall over. A couple batteries, a couple fans on there. So, yeah, that is maxed out. It's gonna get hot, so that is what it is. It's not gonna get any more. So that's what I got right now. 38 feels pretty good. So, well, not a lot to talk about. Just giving you an update on that. I think code enforcement was out here this afternoon. Came home I just came home. I was in a spot where I can break off and come home, and came home to double check on the stuff, make sure, that didn't shut off and everything's doing okay. And I was down and around back talking to the boss man, and the old guy who lives in the front apartment was saying, hey, there was somebody out here in a vest taking pictures of the front of the building. And I was talking to him. I said, in the vest? He said, yeah, he had one of those green vests on. Those security vests, people outside wear, those bright, colorful ones. He said, yeah, he's taking a picture in the front, and so I'm pretty sure it was probably code enforcement taking pictures of the solar panels I have up on the roof. I'm not breaking any city codes because it's not more than a $500 upgrade up there. I didn't add so if you do $500 work, that's considered an improvement to the building. When you add in solar panels, it makes no sense. But when you add solar panels to a building, a house, whatever, you're actually increasing the value. And so here in Vigo County, here in Indiana, Terre Haute, if you improve any kind of improvement to your property, that is outside or inside, if the work is more than $500, then you're supposed to go down to the city courthouse and get yourself a permit. Because the city wants to know how much you are increasing the value of your property so they can get you on property taxes. It's your property. You own it, right? So why in the hell does the city want to know what you're doing to your property? Well, you don't own your property. You're just a landlord. You're just a tenant. You don't own it. Never will. Once they get rid of property taxes, then you own it. Until then, you don't own your land because the government can come in and say, hey, but I do it now. You can't do this, you can't do that. I've been watching a lot of videos about camping, the van life, and that's what I'm planning to do is put a slip-in camper and just live free. But in the state of Indiana, I found this out this morning as I was watching a few YouTubers. In the state of Indiana, you cannot live in your vehicle. You cannot live in your RV or your slip-in or a van or nothing. You can't live in it. You have to live you can't stay there for more than 7 days. You have to live in the HUD building. It has to be a HUD. So they are forcing you, the government, to how to live. Okay, you can live anywhere you want, but you have to live in a HUD approved building. Okay, we have a lot of homelessness in town. Not really a lot. They just hang around downtown by the mall. I'm in the mall, but the library. I'm not saying we have a lot. I mean, I probably see about 30 people a day, and we do have a place for them to go. But when you go to a place like that, there's rules and regulations, and a lot of people don't want no rules and regulations, and you know what I'm saying? So some of those people, I do know that, are down and bad on their luck. I know I've been there, I've done that. But just pull yourself up and keep doing it. So, sorry about that. So, you can't live more than 7 days. And also in Terre Haute, you can't live in the camper. Even the camper is on your property, you can't live in it, okay? And this has been over there for almost 2 years, year and a half, a good year and a half. And then you go to the other side of the building, and the Mexican restaurant has, that's pretty broad. Ow! Hit my fender with my foot. Ooh, yeah, right there. And that just, that hurt. Ran into my fender, my bare foot. That's been there for 2 months now, and they're living out of that. So, Laval County is just kind of a hard place to live. Lots of rules. But if you own the property, so they own the property. Whoever owns that property over there, and they can't live in the RV. Why is that? It's their property. Even let's say they're remodeling the place. They're remodeling the place. They still can't live in there, and that's what Indiana. I mean, it's really. I never got into that kind of stuff, and I'm on YouTube, and I'm hearing a lot of stories. These people are buying, I don't know exactly who this, I don't remember who they are. There's a couple. They bought their dreamland, and they are, I think they did a well or something. And they got like Amish built little shed they was going to live out of. And they came out and put it on their property, and as they're talking about one of their videos, somebody viewed it and said, well, how'd you get around this? And they're like, what? And so as they looked into it, they found out that they can't live in that shed. It has to be built. Anything that's, so the government is trying to force us to live in a built structure. You know what I'm saying? Not pre-built, built structure. Because there's no money involved. They can't make money. If you are living in your truck, your van, your RV, they're not making money off of you. There's no property tax. There's no utilities. You pay the utilities money, but you also, some of that goes to the government, the city. It's just, there's some kind of kickback there. It gotta be. So this is not a quick rant, but I think code enforcement was here. So the $500 on your roof, you can't have no wood, so they're all metal brackets. And what else is there? And it's $500. They can't be attached. Well, if they're attached to the roof, you have to have a permit for that. They're not attached. I can take them up and down. They're just on. They are on rubber mats, and they're sitting on rubber mats with a 40-pound sandbag holding them down. So I mean, they're not going nowhere. And they're literally portable. I mean, I can take them off the roof and put them That's probably what's going to have to happen. Every morning when I get up, I got to take him and stick him down there. And then when I get up, come home in the evening time, bring him back up. That's what I'm probably more likely going to have to do. Yeah, stick him down in that area, down in here. Well, right there would be good enough. That's my, I can stick him down there. Stick him out there a little bit. Enough room so the guy can get his vehicle in. And enough room so they can walk around. And then my cords would just come down that way. So, and then they'd be, so then in the winter time when I got snow and stuff, then I don't have to make that plywood, and I can just open the window a little bit, stick my cords in, close the window, and put some foam in there. So I think the city was out here. I think that was code enforcement, so I might have to take my panels down. Because I'm not, all the city codes I've looked at, I don't see anything I'm doing wrong. The only code they can get me for, and so this is another thing. So if I put panels up on this roof, I cannot go down and get a permit to do it because I don't own the property, okay? The landlord, this is what I was told, I don't know how true this is, I didn't really check up on it, but the lady told me from the city that the landlord can't go up there, can't go down and get a permit because he doesn't live here. He's the owner, there's 3 apartments, and there's a business. He owns all this. He owns all this. He owns that house over there. He owns this whole block. But he can't get a permit because he doesn't live here. Okay? That's the maintenance guy. So she told me that I have to get an electrician to look at all this. I talked to an electrician. He was confused. And he said, well, they're not mounted on your roof. I said, no. He said, they're not wood frames, so no, they're Miller frames. He said, they're portable, you can take them down anytime without unscrewing anything. I said, yeah, right. He goes, and they're MC4 connectors, I believe, right? And he goes, I said, yeah, all MC4 connectors. He said, I don't see an issue. I said, neither do I. But there is an issue, somehow, somewhere. So let's look at what we're doing now. We're getting pretty maxed out there. We're maxed out on charger, not quite on the amps. I'm getting close on the amps, so. The way it is, Got warmed up a little bit, so that's fine. So, I don't know. I just take him up and down. Now, I'm also looking at a small dorm fridge. I probably said something this morning or last night on the video. For like $200, I get a 5 cubic fridge. I'm like, what? So, it's like 35 watts an hour, and that's 90. And so I definitely cut it in half. If I cut that in half, that means I'm cutting this in half, the usage in half. So therefore, I won't be so bad on charging and stuff. We had a cloud just came in and dropped that quite a bit. So I was positive, now I'm going negative. So yeah, I'm gonna have to charge this up tonight. That's an all-in-one. I can't wait to get that all-in-one. I just stick it in there and there we go. He's gone quickly. So just a little touch up on what I got doing. I'm still getting the all-in-one. If they force me to take it down off the roof, that's great. No big deal. I can go up there and take it down, and then that just gives me the ability to, like in the winter time, I don't have to worry about shoveling snow off them. They all sit down there perfectly. And man, I'm getting another 400 watts down there would be a different story, because that's right now there's 3 brackets I have to kill up or down. So yeah, I don't know, but that'd be sitting down there. And I can sun most of the day. And then if I have to, I can scoot them down a little bit. But yeah, once I leave room for them to walk through here, I can put panels down here, and nobody should bother them. Nobody should steal them. And if they do, yeah, oh well. But nobody's gonna come out here and steal solar panels. Hopefully not. So, all right, when we get off of here and get something to eat. But just showing you what I'm doing for a day. It was pretty much sunny all day. Clouds here and there, but clouds gone. So stays on quite a bit. The fridge does. So hopefully a new fridge I'm getting. So I'm getting a new fridge, and then I'm getting the little infrared hot plate. So I'll get rid of that stove because that draws a lot of electricity. So I'm just trying to get a camper slash off-grid kind of living. So another I'm thinking about too is maybe finding there's a building here in town. It's an old car lot. It's condemned right now, and it's pretty much a garage, more or less, a big garage. Think about looking into that one, maybe. There's a bunch of air quotes. Just pull my vehicle in there and sleep out of the vehicle, and I'm on the property. Nobody's gonna know. You know what I'm saying? And I have a place, and the place will have no power running to it, no water, no nothing. That'd be all in the vehicle. I might get water to it, I'm not sure. It already has water and all that good stuff. I don't know. But hopefully it wasn't city code, but if it is, it is. No big deal. And all right then, well, I'm going to get a hold of you guys later, and you guys have a good night.